Is breaking up really a blessing in disguise?
Hell yeah, man.
It ain't even in disguise. That shit is just out in the open.
Nigga, I broke up with my fiance, nigga. I saved my life, nigga. Like, she tried to cut me out from all my friends and had me move somewhere else that was wild expensive. And she was like, I'm gonna pay for it. Like, we broke up, nigga, then she would have just bounced and left me sitting at a place paying $3,000 a month for rent by myself. I can't do that. Nigga, that's insane. That's like what Alona said, that's a blessing out in the open. That's a blessing at my front door when I open up and walk out. Blessing, bam, Freddie, get it, nigga.
Welcome to the TMF Podcast, where we have too many feelings. I'm your host, T. Staples, and I'm joined by...
It's your main man, Freddie B. You already know what this is.
Do we? That's confusing, Freddie B. You can't say stuff like that. That sounds weird, Freddie B. That's a borderline pause, okay? It's a borderline pause, okay? Who else we got?
Hey, what it do? It's your girl, Alona Boo.
Boo, y'all. She's in the building. And all the way down in Tennessee.
Fresh off the plane, it's the good doctor, Dr. Buddy Lee.
Playing what? Playing Jane?
Nah.
What you been playing?
Aeroplane.
Oh, you was on the Emerald?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Excuse us. You went to Dubai? Where you go? You care to share?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. We'll bring you all these feelings from the comforts of our home. That's right. 100% remote. If you feel our show us how you feel by subscribing so you get notified when a new episodes drop. And if you like what you're hearing, send us a message. Our handles are in the description below. We'd love to hear how you feel. In today's episode, we're going to discuss a sensitive topic. It is our own breakup techniques. Do you know how to break up with someone? But first, it's time for a moment I like to call the Internet Never Loss. That's right. In my attempt to navigate the endless insanity of interconnectivity that we all call the internet, I ran across a whole lot of nothing when I was trying to figure out this topic. It was a whole bunch of people telling you how to deal with the breakup on the other side. So I had to pull out the archives. I had to dig into my crate like the DJs do. And I had to go back. Now, you know, I'm not a DJ, but I've been more of a videographer throughout my life. And so my crate consists of VHS tapes and DVDs and things of that nature. No laser disc. And I pulled out an old one. An oldie but a goodie. Here's some clips from a movie called Breaking All the Rules. Gabrielle Union, Morris Chestnut, Jamie Foxx, a few other people. You'll get the picture. Let's see what they have to talk about when it comes to breakups.
Oh, cute. Man, what you wearing, cute?
Sad, you know, feels good on my skin.
You gonna let me in?
What you want?
That's for what? Your mother, Monty's been worried sick about you, but she's been calling me every day early for a week. She's worried about you, man. How come you can't call her back?
I've been busy.
You've been busy.
I've been busy.
Well, move out my way.
Watch the piss.
Hey. What's that?
You so in a hurry. You ain't even looking down.
Oh, no. No. See, this is disturbing, Q. This
Kind of a mess, huh?
Oh, this is like an outer extension of disease, bruh. What happened to all your stuff?
Oh, yeah, well, Helen, you know, she took some stuff. You know, took a TV, left me with the dog, and a half-naked picture of herself. Just evil. I gave that woman everything but my soul.
And I bet they want that, too.
Just greedy.
But you don't have to give it to them. All you gotta do is just pretend to give it to them.
Why do I have to pretend? Why can't I just be me?
Nobody finds pathetic charming? Woo! Was that cheese? Okay, look, I'm sorry about Helen, okay? But you got to pull yourself together, bro.
I've been writing
You've been writing?
letters to Helen. A few letters.
How many letters, Q?
I could not get the right tone.
No, how many letters?
I mean, I just kept obsessing over the way that she left me and what she told me. Then it came to me, surrounded by all this termination of employee research, that if Helen was my boss and I was her employee, then the way she fired me was bad. Bad in every possible way. Public humiliation, conflicting emotional messages, horrific timing. Oh yeah, I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter detailing the disgust I have at her method and her technique.
Her method and her technique for dumping you?
Exactly.
Oh, okay, man, where is this letter? Oh, hell no, I'm calling your mom.
Wait.
No, Q, that is a scream for help, bro. I'm calling your mother.
It started out as a letter, then it evolved into a manual.
That's a manual.
It's a manual on how to break up with your lover based on the latest psychological and employee termination research.
You trying to tell me you don't find any of this stuff strange? Is that what you saying?
What's strange?
Yeah.
Huh? What's strange about it? I mean, when you break up with somebody and firing somebody is basically the same thing. Just you want to do it the easiest way, the simplest way without producing a stalker. I call it the plan.
The plan.
The plan. Well, he came up with a plan in this film, and he put some of it in action with his old boss. Let's take a listen.
I got some techniques for you that are so good, you will never have to worry about this girl ever again. Now, what's the plan?
Early supper, maybe a DVD back at my place.
Can we get the DVD at her place?
At her place. Now, what do I say?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's what you do.
Well, what do I do?
You sulk.
Pardon?
And then eventually she will ask you,
What's wrong?
and then you will respond by saying, nothing. Huh? Come on.
Honey, something must be wrong.
No, nothing.
Something is obviously wrong.
No, it's nothing.
Tell me. Please, tell me what's bothering you.
Now you got her. She's desperate, so you hit her right between the eyes. Well, if you must know, I want to break up.
Wait a second. Just like that?
I call it the passive-aggressive bullet straight to the head. She feels responsible. Maybe it's her fault. Then eventually she'll squeak out, well, why? And then you just look her right in her eyes and you say, hey, I don't love you. And then you bounce.
Wow. That sounds a bit cruel.
It's less cruel than a bad relationship.
Less cruel than a bad relationship. And he had one more technique for his boss. Let's hear, because that didn't go over too well. But he said, okay, that didn't work. I got something else for you. Check this out.
You need to break up with her at a public place. Break up at the post office, the airport. Banks are good, where there's a lot of security, you know. But whatever we do, you got to come on, man. You got to be assertive.
I know. I've got to be assertive here.
Yeah, you got to get. I didn't tell you about the face, did I?
What?
Do you know about the face?
No.
The face of immutability. That's where you drain all the emotion off your face, like this here. See?
Yeah. See, once you don't show any emotion, it's hard for a person to be emotional with you. This breaks a cycle of facial expressions that gives off pain, anger, and hurt.
Yeah, keep that. Keep that. Now, when you see her, you act. You don't wait. You say it's over.
It's over. Okay, audience, what's your favorite breakup technique? And have you ever been on the receiving end of a bad breakup attempt? Send us a message. Our handles are in the description below, and let us know how you feel. This has been yours truly, T Staples, in this week's edition of the Internet Never Loss. Catch you next time. Dr. Budley, Alona Boo, Freddie B.
What's up?
Y'all heard that movie before, Breaking All the Rules?
Yeah, I have, actually.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
That was a good one, right? That's an oldie one. That's an oldie but a goodie, man. That's an oldie but a goodie. Of course, you know the whole premise of that movie. You know, Jamie Foxx's girlfriend very early on breaks up with him and goes to Paris, leaves him high and dry, and it causes a whirlwind, a spiral for him to go into a pseudo depression. But he comes out triumphant because he comes out with a book on how to break up. And I thought it was very fitting for our topic today on our breakup techniques and what we do, and some of the things that he talked about on that film I thought were like kind of ironic, because I feel like some people do that today. But what do y'all think? Some of the things that he talked about, y'all heard in those clips. What you think? Techniques that work, techniques that to keep, or they just for the movies?
Well, definitely face to face.
Okay.
I think that's my personal technique. I know a lot of guys like to hit you with the text, you know, or something like that, if they don't just outright ghost you. So, but I would definitely say public space.
From the clips.
From the clips.
So you like the public space one? He said.
I like the public space one, and I like the face to face, and just do it.
Did you hear what he said about the public space? He said somewhere where there's a lot of security.
Yeah, a lot of security. Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, Jamie Foxx is a great comedian, I think, and I love the way in his films he slides little. If you listen, he slides little knickknacks into the cracks of the lines. You could hear. I was discussing this with somebody. Said you could hear, you know, the writing of the film, but then you could see what he actually does to the lines. It takes him a lot further, you know. You know, somewhere with a lot of security, and you know, post office, a bank. What did y'all think about the doing it at her place versus his place. Did y'all catch
breaking
that?
up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never invite a girl to my house to break up with her. Hell no.
He said he diverted the boss. He said, "Okay, we'll do the DVD at her place, not yours." Watch the
You
movie
don't
over there.
know if she gonna flip and start destroying stuff in your
Right,
place.
tear up your own
But
shit.
But if she in her own place, she ain't gonna tear up her own stuff.
Yeah,
And
I
you-
don't even
then
know
you can
about
just
going to her
exit.
crib. I don't know about her crib because she might got guns, knives, and stuff hidden and stuff. And she
Well,
pull them out.
If she me,
He right. Depending on who, right. And the reason why he mentioned it in the film was when he went over with Morris Chestnut's character. I forget his name. That technique of going to her place was so that she can't follow you.
right?
So so once it's over with, because his thing was if you go to somewhere romantic or where y'all been before, like a bar, she could follow you home.
Right.
She could follow you afterwards. But if you're at her place and it's a bad breakup, she's not gonna follow. She's not gonna leave her house. Like she's not gonna follow you out and go wherever. So I thought that was interesting.
She don't.
Why she ain't gonna follow you from her house?
That's why I said hopefully.
That's his movie magic, right? That's his theory. Yes, his theory. Yeah, that you go over there, she ain't gonna follow you. You know what I mean? Like, so don't do it at your house because she can take your stuff up, and then you stuck. You go over to her house, you can leave, and then she gonna stay.
I guess I can see because she at her house and you coming over and she don't, she probably not gonna know you about to break up with her, but she gonna be comfortable. She ain't gonna be like, I guess she ain't gonna have like shoes on, ready to bolt out the door at a moment's notice. Maybe that's the logic behind that.
Yeah. Okay, so we all looked up this topic. So I'm gonna go around, I guess, the virtual room here, and I kind of want to hear what you all have to think about the best ways, or give me your top way you would break up with somebody. Now we may have similar things because breaking up is breaking up, right? But I'm kind of curious to hear, like, who wants to go first and tell me, their best breakup technique.
I actually just came right on out and just said, look, this is not going to work. If you want to remain friends, we can, but this is not going to work.
Okay, Dr. Budley,
in a relationship.
set the scene for us. Set the
I was
scene
just
for
about to
us.
say that. Set the scene. What was y'all at?
Yeah, don't just tell us what you did, but how did, like, was it morning, noon, or night? Did you go to dinner? Like, give us some so we understand what happened.
Just get domed up. What?
Right. Did you go? Okay, all right. Don't, now, if you want me to tell you mine, that y'all laugh. But all right, go ahead. But Dr. Budley.
No,
that's literally.
We met for lunch, and it was just.
Like PF Chang's lunch or McDonald's lunch? What type of lunch we talking?
Actually, the funny thing is, it was at PF Chang.
Oh, okay. Well, I had to ask. That's in the list of psychological profile. PF Chang's Redfin. Is this called Redfin or Red?
Yep.
Red. Restaurants on this level. They're not. Damn, what's that other restaurant? I don't know why I didn't write them all down back to back. I was writing them as I saw them, but that was in this little article I had read, taking them to what's that restaurant? Olive Garden.
Upscale casual?
Like
Yeah,
casual, mid level.
Olive Garden, Old Charlie's.
Olive Garden was on there.
Ruby Tuesdays.
PF Chang's was on there.
Something that's not too. Something that's like.
There's one on it I thought was upscale. It's not. It was not. I want to say Delmonico's. It's not. It's something else. It's one we had in Nashville.
Del Frisco?
Maybe it was Del Frisco that they had on there. That it was something. I was like, I feel like that's upscale.
Oh.
It's called Demus's. I thought it was Demos too, and I saw the commercial. They said Demus's. I was like, where they get all this? It's spelled DEMO apostrophe S.
Right.
And they said Demus's from that. I was like, these niggas mispronounced their own restaurant.
So you took it to a PF Chang's level. So this is kind of like a recommended way of doing it. Okay.
Yeah, well,
from the experts, that is pseudo experts.
Yeah, she wanted to eat there anyway, so we met there, and I mean, it was just running its course. I mean, it was we weren't seeing eye to eye. We were disagreeing on just about almost everything, and I was just frustrated.
Was she taller than you? Y'all wasn't eye to eye?
No, it was more. She wanted to be in control instead of us, let's communicate. She was so used to being able to tell guys what she wants, how she want it, and whatever it is, and they just fall for it because of the way she looks. Mm-hmm. And I wasn't going for that. So it was just, so I just left it at that. That was just, we met, we sat there and ate and talked a little bit, and then it was just like.
So you finished your meal first, right? You didn't do it while you was eating.
No,
So,
it was after the meal.
Brother Lee trying to tell us he get bad bitches. That's what he only mess with bad bitches. That's what he trying to tell us.
Everybody got their. Everybody got. You got to have certain standards and certain levels. So, but no, it was just I mean, I just basically just laid it out there. I'm like, we can't work as a relationship. It's just the title is not working. It's not working at all. You've changed, I've changed, and you don't want to accept how I've changed, but you want me to accept your change, and it was just wasn't working out. So I said, if you want to remain friends, we can, but if not, I understand. We can part ways, and if you want me to, I'll lose your number. So
if you want me to, I'll lose your number.
Yep.
You left a thread dangling out there.
I mean, I'm not gonna say because we were good friends before we put titles to us.
Yes, nigga,
but it was just
thread dangling.
So he left a thread.
Yeah, but I mean, but we still cool to this day. So
I was gonna say, how did she respond?
She
was shocked.
She was upset. Wanted to know why, and I went into detail about why. And then she was.
What
just
did you say?
I mean, I just basically told her that we were just two different people now. We're not the same no more. So it's basically we're gonna go down and have a serious toxic relationship, and there's no point in going down that road. So, but I'm direct when it comes to a lot of that stuff. I don't have time to sit up here and sugarcoat it and try to find nice ways. Look, this ain't finna work. So, but that's how I leave it out there. And then, but it was like, she was upset. Some of her friends called me and was like, what happened? I was like, you need to talk to her. I'm
friends called?
Yes.
Was they in bed with you too? You threesome?
No. But they just called me just asking what happened because she was crying and she wouldn't really give, what was talked about and everything else. She didn't tell them that, we split up. So they were just trying to find out what happened. And after that, it's like, well, so.
Is that dog barking a telltale sign or something, Dr. Whitley?
Somebody walking in front of the house.
Oh, okay.
But no, after that, it was maybe about a month and a half passed, and then we ran into each other somewhere and, started speaking again, and that was it. It was just.
And you got back in them guts?
Friends. No. No.
We're trying to get to the point.
That would have complicated things right there.
It was already complicated. No. Dr. But you left the string dangling. It's complicated.
Well, so, that was it. That's just how it ended.
So your technique was simply to sit her down and basically directly say to her, this ain't going to work. And that's all I got for you. And then I'm out.
And, gave her the opportunity to ask questions. But that was it. My mind was already made up. So there was no trying to, well, let's see if we can work on. No. Let's see was a month and a half ago. 2 months, actually. So, it was like, no.
Okay. Alona Boo.
What's up?
Set the scene. 3,000
well,
degrees. I ain't talking about fuck niggas.
Man, she took his shoes off and told me to get up out the house.
Nigga was cheating. I burnt his shoes up. I cut him up and threw him outside. Called my girl over there, dared him to jump.
I said I got a 9mm. Bang, 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 bang. That's all I remember. And then I woke up the next day. And now I'm married.
Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know me. So this one, actually the funny thing is that my previous breakup story, about the whole I took his shoes and left him walk in and all that kind of stuff.
That was funny.
So that was the second breakup. So I'm gonna tell y'all about the first breakup.
Okay.
Because that was the only dude I ever did a remix with. Where I ever like actually got back together with him.
This is the remix.
Yeah. So yeah, it was just like a Saturday or whatever. Saturday in the afternoon. I didn't really know what he was up to, but I just knew he was up to something because something just didn't feel right. So I was just, you get tired of people not doing what they say they're going to do. You say you're going to come or we're going to do this, and then you flake on plans and all that kind of shit. You have no legitimate excuse. So I was just tired. And so I told him to come over. He actually came to my place. So he came over, sat him down on the couch and was like, just kind of spelled everything out, ABC. This is how I'm feeling. Gave but Lee said gave him an opportunity to, to try to explain himself or do whatever. But it really didn't matter what he said, because once I sit you down, it's a wrap. Mm-hmm. Like, it ain't no change in my mind, nothing like that. So it was so he just he was just kind of had this bewildered look on his face, just like.
Now explain to people, his look is bewildered. What is that?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of like just all confused and, just like, who, me? I'm saying, like, you breaking up with me or whatever. So, yeah, I was so pretty much this is it. We've had some good times, but, at this point, I just want to hop off this train. Mm-hmm. And he was just like...
You told him you want to hop off the train?
Yeah, I just want to hop off this train.
Damn.
It's going nowhere. So right. I just want to hop off this train. He just kind of looked at me and was just like, he was looking real confused. Like, he's like, okay, she's telling me this, like, but he don't quite believe me.
Right.
So after that, I dismissed him and was like, okay, you can go. Mm-hmm. So he got up, but I said, oh, on your way out, can you take out the trash? Oh, and can you change that light bulb on the garage outside?
Damn. And he's really bewildered now.
And he was like, what? He was just like, right. What the fuck?
Chores on the way out? I got to do chores on the way out?
He was. So he took the trash and then he went to try to, put the new light bulb in or whatever. But his hand was kind of how they like the light bulbs that hang on the outside of the garage. You got to stick your hand up in there. Uh-huh. His hand was a little too big to go up in there with the light bulb. So I said, never mind. Don't worry about that. I get somebody to handle that.
Right.
I said, I was like, but you.
He was like, I brought a dick with me just in case. I brought a dick. I do got the dick on me.
I can see that.
I can't change this, but I can change something else. Because I did bring the dick. I don't know if you knew this or not.
I can put that in.
I gotta let you know. I took the trash out. Can't stick this in this hole, but I can stick something in another hole because I did bring it with me.
Right. But what's crazy is if he had stuck his hand up in there and got electrocuted, it wouldn't have been a remix.
It sure wouldn't have.
That would have been a finale.
Yeah, that would have been the finale. I wouldn't have been mad at that, to be real with you. But
it's turned very dark, very quickly.
Very fast.
Hey.
But no, I gave him his little chores, sent him on about his way, and was like, all right, now you be safe.
Damn.
So he pulled off.
You wished him well on the way out.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you be safe. You're going to be great, for somebody else.
So you were singing that Beyonce to the left.
Yeah, it was definitely to the left. It was definitely one of them situations. And you just feel so good afterwards. Like every time I break up with somebody, I just feel so amazing.
That's good.
So I got him sent off. And then next thing you know, he calls me. Mm-hmm. He called me like a couple days later. He had to figure out his feelings. Because he's used to a rah-rah chick, what I call rah-rah chicks. Nigga, you ain't shit, I get this, I do that. I'm saying? All that shit. I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sit you down, talk to you like a grown-ass man. Mm-hmm. And we're going to end it. You going to be straight, I'm going to be straight. Go live your best life, I'm going to live mine.
Right.
And he that had never happened to him before. So he left with such mixed emotions because he was like, Did she just break up with me?
Like, are we actually broken up at this point, or is it?
Yeah, we were actually broken up.
Well, but he's in his mind. He's like, are we?
Yeah, he's confused. Yeah. Right. So he calls me. He's like, I just want to let you know. Mm-hmm. First of all, ain't nobody ever did some shit like that to me. He was like, he said, I'm slick. He said, now that I had some time to think about it, I'm mad. I said, oh, for real? Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, I'm mad. He said, you broke up with me, then you gave me a chore.
I was wondering about that part. Like, you gave him chores postpartum. Like, that was like,
yeah.
But before you leave, wash them windows for me and put some gas in my car. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Dog.
Shit. You get some kind of use out your ass.
Man.
You ain't been showing up in a relationship. Shit, take the trash out. Show up for that.
Is it appropriate to say he was stupid enough to do it?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because if somebody would have told me some shit like that, I probably would have knocked your trash can over. Like, I would have made a mess for you.
I was thinking that, hold on, I'm gonna take this trash, all right. Nigga, look at this yard, nigga. Trash your yard. Light bulb these nuts.
Surprised. Most dudes will do that. I'm not even surprised. Most dudes will do that, and you break up with them. Like, but what happened? What did I do? Why? Take the trash out. Okay, I'm gonna take the trash out. I'm gonna come back and we talk about this most.
Exactly.
Most dudes, cause like dudes, once we in a relationship and we with a chick, we there. It don't matter if we messing up. Still mentally and emotionally, we there.
Well, Freddie B, would you care to pick it up then? Since you letting us know about how we are when we there. What happens when it's time when we not? When you not specifically?
Okay, nice segue, Thomas. That's probably the best segue. That was an amazing segue.
Round of applause. Clap, 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 clap.
Yeah. I know you got the sound effect. Throw the sound effect in there, Thomas. All right, here we go. Round of applause for Thomas. Man, it's crazy because we talked about Kevin Samuels and that whole manosphere on YouTube, and they always talk about how women usually break up with men and divorce men, but in my situation, like my last 3 relationships, I broke up with them, and and I say it, I almost make it seem like it's a badge of honor, because I would rather have not have done that, because they are hurt to some extent, you know what I mean. Like my engagement probably hurt the most for obvious reasons, but right. I mean when I do it. I mean, I guess with me, cause I just act like I'm the type of person. If I say I'm gonna do something, like I'll just say it once. If I make a request, if I say something is wrong, I say something is an issue, I say something, I say it one time. Cause in my mind, I feel like if we both our first language is English, and I said it and you responded, so that means you understood what I said. So we on the same page, and so then subsequently. Then I act, and then I look at it like you can't be mad at me for acting subsequently based off what I said, because I said what I said, you understood it, and you were clear, and you didn't tell me like, no, this not gonna fly, we need to do something different, or you're wrong, or whatever like that. So that's how I operate. So like for example, my engagement, it was like a 2-part breakup. It was calling off the engagement and then breaking up. The engagement was called off because we went to dinner at some little Mexican restaurant, and granted,
did you have
alcohol,
chimichangas?
Nah, we didn't have chimichangas. I had chimichanga one time. I don't really like Mexican food to begin with.
I don't think chimichangas is
cool.
Mexican. I just like it because it's like Tex-Mex. It's not real Mexican. It just makes me feel good. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's really Mexican.
Well, I mean, like all that Mexican influenced food, I'm not a big fan of. Surprisingly, even though I love cheese, I'm not a big fan of it. But
what that got
I sound like Steve Urkel.
I love cheese. I guess I was trying to put that together, man.
Cheese is in
they put that queso blanco on everything.
Right.
Yeah,
queso blanco, put cheddar cheese, tacos, fajitas,
you can't like Italian food. Don't they put cheese on there?
Yeah.
No, I like Italian food. I love Italian food. Italian, Chinese, Japanese, I love that food. But Mexican, I'm not fond. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I like, but I'm not fond of it. But went to the Mexican spot, and we got like some drinks or whatever, and with my fiance, like alcohol really affected her more so than me, and it got her really rah-rah. Mm-hmm. And so at the dinner, she got rah-rah and then started getting disrespectful, which was a common thread, which is ultimately why I had to walk away, because it was like we're not even married, we engaged, and she trying to hold it in, and it's disrespectful. So I can't imagine what it's gonna be like when all the gloves are off and we married, and right. Now it's like, okay, we married now I can settle in, and right. Yeah, nigga, I lose my damn mind. Right, nigga get out of hand, and then like, yo fam, this is not how we gonna rock. So I was like, I can't even put myself in that position. So that's why I ultimately broke up with her. But calling engagement off, she started getting a little loose with her mouth, and then I was just like, hey, look, we need to put a pause on this engagement, whatever like that. And we had a talk previously about the ring, because at first she was like, one night, I'm keeping a ring, like you gave me a ring and da 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 da. And we had a conversation like, when you get engaged, like this not a gift. The man, when he gets a ring for the woman, it's not a gift. Like, here is a gift for you. It's a investment in her. Symbol. It's like, it's a symbol of what you're trying to build, and it's an investment in her, in the relationship. Because the man is supposed to make that investment, being that he's saying he's supposed to be protector and provider of a relationship. So this is you making that investment to make that first step to show like, hey, I'm serious about this. So it's not a gift. It's not yours. This is ours. And so once the covenant is broken, then, you get a ring back to sender. But some women look at it as a gift. I'm going to keep the ring, da-da-da-da. So I had to tell her, we both Christians. We both believe in that. And if you read the Bible and you read what happens if you break a covenant, then you understand. And so once we had that talk, and like I said, I told her, like, because I think I pulled up one example. I forgot the name of the guy, the couple rather. It's a couple in the Bible. They broke the covenant. I think they was holding, carrying something. I can't remember, but they died instantly. They just dropped dead. And so, it's a bunch of examples like that in the Bible. So it's things she's aware of. So when I called off the engagement, she gave me the ring back, but she still kind of wanted to be kind of stick it to me, be kind of petty. So she didn't give me the box back though. I was like, yo, where the box at? She was like, I don't know where it is. I know you being petty because you had the box in one place all the time, and at night you would take the ring off and put it in the box. Now you don't got the box. Whatever, I ain't gonna trip. Then when we broke up, we was on the phone. It just kind of, we broke up on the phone, which I don't really like to do. I like to do in person, to what Alona Boo said. Mm-hmm. I like to, meet up and tell you to your face what it is. But our situation, it just happened on the phone because we was she texted me about, I went to go see a friend of mine who used to live here who had a baby. And her fiance at the time, they had a birthday party for the kid, and she didn't like her for some wild reason. It made no sense, but she didn't like her. She didn't like none of my friends, to be honest with you. But she didn't like her, so she saw where I posted a story on my IG where I was playing with the little boy, and she hit me, was like, you know what, maybe we should rekindle all of our old relationships. And then she named off people that I knew, and one of the people that she was like I could rekindle was an ex-girlfriend of mine. I was like, why would I rekindle an ex-girlfriend and reach out to her? You better not do that. And she was like, I don't know who you talking to. You can't tell me what I can and can't do. I was like, bruh. So we got on the phone and we started talking, and then she just kept going down this road of just being way more and more disrespectful. That's when I realized what I said before about being married and being in a disrespectful situation. I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. And I was like, and I try to keep it classy. I ain't try to say nothing. I was like, thank you for the times. I thanked her for the time. Thanked her for, the relationship or whatever. But I was like, I'm gonna step back from this. And then
I was making a joke, but I thought about this might be sensitive. I was about to make a joke.
I mean, me, I cracked. I ain't tripping on. I ain't tripping on.
Thank you for the time. I'll be like, thank you for all the good pussy, and now I'm out of here.
That's what you said to him?
No, that's what came to mind when you said thank you for the time. I was like, well, the best times is, I mean, maybe not, but sometimes those.
Yeah, are. I mean, really, like I said it to be, just to keep it classy, because I'm not one to end something and try to go out with a bang and try to tear you down on the way out. You know what I mean? Like, right. What's done is done. Like, I'm gone. So, I mean, and me, I like to leave stuff better than how I found it. You know what I mean? So, even though we might be breaking up. Right. Even though we might be broken up, hopefully this time you spent with me, you've learned, you've gained something from this time being with me. And on the way out, I ain't trying to burn the house down on the way out. You know what I mean? So that was the most recent one.
Yeah.
Hey man, like I said, I try to, because I look at things. I really try to treat people how I want to be treated. You know what I mean? I really try to think about what am I doing to people that, like I look at it like, nigga, I don't want nobody doing that to me. Let me relax. You know what I mean? Right. And so even like what Thomas, he had the joke, and I was like, I crack jokes too. Even with that, you know what I mean? I crack jokes, but sometimes people feel away it's the bad time or whatever, and I don't know. And you go in my history, anybody like, yo, Fred, not now. They stop me, not now. And you tell me not now, boom, say no more. I'm quiet. And I'm always, or if people pull me to the side, yo, Fred, when you said that, I didn't like that. I'll apologize and I'll make a mental note. I'll never talk about that again or joke about that again with you.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Well, that's good that you were able to exit on the up and up, even though it was on the out and out, because she was still giving you the mouth and mouth, so. I know.
No, she didn't give me no mouth on the way out.
Well, she gave you lip. She gave you lip.
She gave you lip on the way out. Lip? Oh, lip. Okay.
Yeah. She was giving you lip. She was giving you lip on the way out. But it didn't rhyme my. It wasn't going with my. It wasn't making no similes or whatever you call them. Alliterations and onomatopoeias. Whatever poetic device I was trying to use. But it's good that you try to. One thing my motto is. It's not that I leave you better than I found you. Is that you will be better than when if we leave. I always want it to be like the exit. Be like, well, no matter what happened, you can be 20 times better as a person. You know, you learn something from me about finances or whatever else. You like what you taking away is like you grown. I don't think any woman could say they left me and didn't grow some. But for me, it's kind of funny because I fall into that Kevin Samuel statistic where mostly women have broken up with me. I've only broken up with 2 women I can think in my dating career, and one of them, the breakup was actually I set her down. It was in person. It was in high school. I don't even know if this really counts for adult relationships because this was in high school.
Did you say high school?
Yeah, this was high school.
Nigga, tell this story. I want to hear this.
And I set her down. We was in the back of the school, you know, and I just let her know, like, you know, right now is not a good time for us. And she didn't like me for this because I was really breaking up with her because she was really religious, and I was like, nah, I'm trying to get my thing wet. So, you know, I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to push her down that road. So I was like, nah, we good. We gonna have to. I mean, you keep doing what you doing, stay in a virgin, do that. That's good. That's righteous. I'm gonna go to this other direction. And she was really upset.
You sound like the devil right now. You know that. You sound like the pure devil. I'm gonna let you know that.
Hey,
you tell you my thing where you know you being righteous. You know you being righteous,
Right.
being a virgin, saving yourself and being pure. I'm trying to dirty a bitch up. That's what I'm trying to do. So.
Hey, I was like the most honest, but it's funny because I remember she wrote my yearbook, and she wrote this long, like she took up the whole back panel of my yearbook. You know how people like be rude and just take up like a whole page.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could have wrote me a letter. I'm like, dang, man, wrote up the whole. But yeah, but basically just explained like how she appreciated that my honesty, my candor in that situation. And I was just like, but now I was real because I was playing with her curls and all kind of stuff. My next thing was like, okay, you know, let's find a time with me and you can do that thing. And I got the sense that wasn't who she was. You know what I mean? That's not. I just felt like, nigga, I ain't about to be the one. You know, I'm good. If you ain't ready to go down that road, I'm not ready to push you down it. You know, I don't want to be that person. I want somebody who just want to go. You know.
So basically, you didn't want to rape her. You wanted her to come willingly. That's good. That's honorable of you.
Yes.
Very honorable.
Yeah, I needed willing.
He needed that
I
thing.
think we all should want willing. I think we all should want willing women.
Yeah.
I think we all should want to push a woman down the road.
No, I mean, you know, like, well, not even that, just down there, you know, because she was on that religious stuff. You know, she was really in the church, and I think her dad was a pastor. It might have been her dad might have been a pastor. Yeah, I was like, nah.
She was on that religious stuff.
Right. Just the way he said it. Just
Oh God, this nigga Thomas is
religious
the devil. This nigga is the devil right now.
Hey,
oh my
I'm just
God.
being honest. And then the other girl was the trip part, what you said at the very beginning, was this chick I knew. I was like, all right, nigga, I'm not about to be with this chick. I ain't even feeling her no more. I ain't with the stuff. I remember this was in college, and she came over, and it was funny because at this time we weren't in no serious relationship. Like, we're talking about something that's less than 3 months, okay? So we weren't in no serious thing, but we was just kicking it together. And so she came through, and, you know, the normal routine at that point was we smash and then we talk afterwards. So I just followed through the routine, even though I knew that the talk afterwards was going to be me saying that's it. And so that's what happened. I mean, we smashed. But then the talk afterwards, she was like, oh, I need to run, do something. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I need to say something to you. She was like, I'll be back. So she left. So when she left, I just ghosted her after that. I was like, fuck it. That was it. I was, in my mind, I was done. So that was it.
How were you more mature in high school than college?
That's what I did. I was like, all right, well, she bounced on me. I couldn't say it. So I was like, you know what? I just stopped picking up the phone when she called. I stopped, you know, dealing with it. And
when she said, I gotta go do something, you should have been like, yeah, go do that and just never come back, okay?
Damn.
Well, wait, she would have stopped then. I bet she would have stopped then and listened to you.
She would have turned around then.
She would have.
Like, what the hell that mean? Stop it, never come back.
Right.
Something happened. She had to go. Somebody called her across campus, and she had to go catch up with them. Whatever. I was like, all right, you know. So I got that last smash in, and that was it. You know, that was it. And that's how I did it. But it was what was interesting about those situations was I remember that, you know, like I said, I'm the perfect, like the statistic that Kevin Samuels talks about, because any girlfriend that broke up with me, it almost never was a clean, like, I think I only had one clean breakup from a relationship. Most of them was like rough. Like it was like, oh shit, this is crazy. Like can we just be done? Like, oh nigga, it's more. It's like Lana called it the rah rah. I had a couple rah rahs in my life. I had a couple of rah rahs.
Okay, so when y'all say rah rah, y'all mean the relapsing?
No, the all in your face, neck rolling. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, nigga, you ain't shit. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? All that loud shit. Just loud talking shit.
Yeah.
But I
call it rah rah.
I had some manipulative ones though. Like one of them, she was doing me with that, but then she was hitting me with, "But you a real good man and everything." But I was like, "Wait a minute, hold up." She was manipulative. I was confused. Like, are we done? Are you mad at me? I didn't know what was going on. Right. Are we finished? Like I couldn't. Like I was. So that's it, right? That's it. And then she called back. Okay, I'm so sorry. No. I'm confused. I think yesterday was a breakup. I'm pretty sure that's what you were trying to do. I mean, you gave me compliments throughout, but I was very confused. Like I ain't never heard nobody like be angry and give you compliments at the same time. I was like, I don't understand. Like, do you hear what you're saying?
Who the chicks you be dating, bro? You be dating nutso cases.
Oh yeah, man, I like
you ain't playing about trying to get your thing wet. You just something get wet. I'm not even talking to you to figure out what's going on in your head, and then they do some nut. Now you better stop before you end up missing an arm and 3 legs, nigga.
Hey man, I used to be on some odd stuff, man. But I had some, beauty is a thing. Think about real beautiful women. A lot of times they be having some quirks about them. They be off the beaten path. And you be like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yes.
If you ever date some real fine, like you date real fine chicks, like it's always it's a rare case that you meet a girl who is down to earth and fine. Normally she's in like Alana, for example. Lana was with her parents all the time. So like her friends, like I think I could count on my 2 hands all the friends that I knew she had. You know what I mean? And her best friends I can count on 1 hand. Now these are people, I'm just saying, I don't live with Alana. Me and Alana didn't grow up together. I'm talking about from the time I met her in college, the people that I knew she associated with. Like, so then I can see how she can skate, like how she got through life. You know what I mean? Like, but then they be these other chicks, Fred, you know how they be. They be popular on campus. All the dudes know them. You know what I mean? Like, they be having a whole bunch of friends. They ain't really they friends. It'd be like, and then so it's always something. If you really start dating with them, messing with them, it's a cork. It's always something. And you be like, God dang, and it be something real goofy. And you be like, why? What is this?
Every time.
Am I right, Dr. Butterly?
Every time.
I ain't never met a single fine chick that didn't have something wildly crazy going on with her. And you find out later. You always find out like Freddie B said, I need to get to know the chicks more. I mean, Freddie B ain't taking all these months to get to know these chicks before you smash. You taking 3-4 months to get to know these chicks before you smash? Not I. So I was like, I was taking risks. So, I mean, hey, I was living life on the edge. Can't get mad at me, but that's what I was doing. Yeah, I wasn't doing all that.
Raw dog and hoes, boy, nigga, time is wild.
Oh no, I ain't. Nah, that's one thing I couldn't do right there. I can't do that. I'm too scary. I'm too scared of like disease and stuff. I'm too scary. You know what I'm saying? I can't do the raw dog and the girls. Can't do the raw doggy diggity dog unless we with the girl. Then once we both have had our checks, then once we check out, then then we can go. But okay. So let me ask y'all just a few questions here about breaking up. Let me see what y'all's thoughts are on this. Is breaking up a rational or irrational act? Here's the preference to that. They say falling in love is technically an irrational act, right? Scientifically, you're falling in love. It's not something. It's something you do sometimes without ration. You just, I'm so in love. So would you consider breaking up a rational or irrational act, and why?
I mean, I would say breaking up is both.
Yeah,
rational.
I was thinking both. It can be both.
It depends on the circumstance.
Depends on the situation.
Well, how can it be both? Like, can you break it down, Freddie B? Like what's both sides of that?
I mean, it could be rational from the standpoint of similar to sound like what Buddy Lee was saying, sound like what Alana was saying, sound like my situation. Like, you put thought into it and you extrapolate out to the future and you see like, nigga, this is pointless, and then you like, I need to break up, and you call the person and like, yo, nigga, it's a wrap, it's a dub on this, irrational. It could be in the same token of y'all talking and y'all already kind of on the outs, but y'all hanging on, and then it's just one conversation that get heated, like F you, then get the hell out. I'm done with this. We over. We done. And then
I like to call those the repeat offenders because they always come back for another one of those.
You break up. I mean, yeah. So like some of those people do relapse, but then you got some people who that's really a dub. Like they talk and then once cooler heads prevail, they still just where they at. Or some people just ego just so monstrous where they say that and they like, nigga, I gotta stand tall on what I said. I can't go back. Right. And they just gonna hold on to it and they like, nigga, we done.
Yeah, and then some people use, you know what I'm saying, like the threat of leaving as their go-to tool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people just, it don't matter what kind of argument, you know what I'm saying, y'all have. Y'all could be talking about chicken or fish, for fucking dinner. And, you fix fish and all of a sudden then he want chicken and it's just, I'm out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And he just gone. Like, I'm done, And shit like that be extremely irrational. And they typically come back, of course.
Chicken or fish.
Right. But they usually come back.
That might be rational though.
What, chicken or fish?
Like her situation, that might be rational, because people be doing that. They be having, that sound like the dude got a side chick. He just trying to get to. He just trying to find a reason.
It could
to divorce or dump her. Yeah. Like, God dang it, here you go with this damn fish again. And my omega-3 fatty oil levels is through the. See, that's why we can't be together. This is why we can't do this. You know what? I'm just gonna leave because we can't do this. I can't. And then now he got a reason
chicken
to be out.
Fish. Chicken a goddamn
right, and then 2 weeks later, you see him Instagram hugged up with this chick. Like, hold on, nigga. Like, oh, nigga, right. We boo. Like, no, nigga.
Yeah, but but like that could very well, that could very well be a situation as well. But I've seen people in relationships where, it can be like the slightest little thing, and then all of a sudden, or somebody, just keep threatening to break up. I've seen it done with women and with men. Mm-hmm. And for the girls who do it, it's not that they necessarily have another relationship. It's just that it's almost like that whole fear of commitment shit, and so they already kind of have a fear of it. They trying it out and they testing it out, but they always have the exit plan, like sitting right there.
Okay. Alona Boo, I got a question. So does time really heal all wounds?
It does in my life.
We know pain comes immediately after though.
Yeah, so, the pain comes, but time definitely in the way my life has been set up, time has definitely helped to heal wounds. Definitely. I would say yes.
There is a famous philosopher. I'm going to slaughter his name, but I'm going to try my best because this is a guy, he's not Greek, he's Roman. Ancient Roman philosopher, Roman Stoic philosopher to be specific. Lucius Annaeus Seneca the Younger. He has a lot of plays and writings. Now you all may know him from some of his quotes. Let's see. Unfamiliar one is every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
That's in the song. Oh, that's a Semisonic Closing Time.
There are more things that frighten us than injure us. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. And probably his most famous quote that you all may know: luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So this is the guy who is a big philosopher. He's from the 80s, like the single digit 80s. So he's way back in the day. Mm-hmm. And he had a philosophy about time heals all wounds. And this is the way he said it. He said, I knew that I must not oppose your grief during its first transports, lest my very attempts at consolation might irritate it and add fuel to it. For in disease also, there is nothing more hurtful than medicine applied too soon. I waited, therefore, until it exhausted itself by its own violence and began weakening by time, so that it was able to bear remedies that would allow itself to be handled and touched. It's a very beautiful way of saying time heals all wounds.
I mean, well, actually, like what he's saying is what I was thinking. It's not necessarily time heals all wounds. It's time makes you able to deal with the wound better. It doesn't heal it because you got to do the work.
Right. He said put the medicine on.
You got to do the work.
He said you got to put the medicine on, just not too early. Not too early.
Exactly. Right. When you fresh out of it, your stuff is all discombobulated. But
Right.
after a couple of years, you able to look back on it and like, you know what, that's, you able to, hopefully, most people can take some type of self-accountability on different places where, that's where I messed up, that's where I messed up, that's what they did wrong. And then find, and you can pick, and it's like hindsight 2020, that whole deal. Like, you get away from it, you able to look back, like, oh, okay, this is how I should have navigated that better. And when you get away from it, then your feelings aren't freshly tied up into it. So you can use more logic than feeling.
It doesn't hurt to hear their name.
Right.
Yeah, tell us more, Buddy Lee. Sound like you're coming from a genuine place with that.
Right.
Oh yeah, I went through that when I was going through my divorce because I had to go through. First, I had to mourn the relationship and what we had, and realize that it's just not working anymore, and it's not going to work anymore. And so, first I had to mourn the, like, okay, this is over. This is a done deal. It's not going back. And then I had to get to know myself again because I had put so much into the relationship. And then once I went through that step, then it was, okay, now it's time to get back out of the house, going places, hanging out with people, and
time to get your dick wet.
Oh God.
That's the next step.
Oh, that's the next step. My bad.
Y'all know you.
And then
Thomas ain't shit.
I thought it was that time. He was getting there, but he ain't got there yet.
Yeah. Then, once I got through that point, then it was like, okay, I'm okay with seeing
Sloppy
people.
toppy.
And
No?
yeah.
Yeah.
Quit.
I was trying to be a little PG with it, but yeah.
Trying to be a little
okay.
PC.
Oh no, we going to HBO with this. This is X-rated. We going to HBO with this.
Oh, okay.
This is the show going straight to HBO, streaming on their new
HBO
podcast.
Max.
They right, HBO Max, they new podcast network, right next to
That sound like
Issa Rae show.
Skinamax. That sound like old school Cinemax, nigga. Late night Cinemax. Nigga.
We put this up next to okay. What is, Dr. Budley, since I asked everybody, I'm gonna ask you a question. What is the appropriate response after being broken up with?
Appropriate response?
Yeah, what should you do? What do you think? What do you feel? What do you really believe?
I mean, it's going to be different for everybody because it depends on their emotions, their feelings. How many times have they? Because it's the difference is, were they in love? Did they truly love this person? Were they on the fence? I mean, it's a lot of things that go along with it to answer that. Now, me personally, who I am today, oh, you break up? Cool.
That's it?
Look, all right, cool. I mean, because I can't, because that's your opinion. That's what you want.
Shut up.
Hey, I'm that, but
All right, cool.
I realize.
Cool.
No,
This
but
bitch
you
is out here.
gotta look.
I've been wanting to get at. You let me free. Thank you.
Hey, look at it like this. I'm older, and I've been through a lot. I don't have time to sit up here and hang on to this. If it's over, it's over. I mean, it's like if you have a car wreck and your car is totaled, are you gonna have to bring that? You gonna put that junk in your yard and hang on to it and let them give you half the money? Or are you gonna go ahead and take out the full total payout and start over? Same thing.
Well, I ain't never been in that situation, but I would assume I get a new car.
To what you
Yes.
said, I would say you have an exit interview. Because like I compare relationships to business all the time because they're so they're damn near the same thing. And so when you leave a company, you have an exit interview. Just like the analogy you just used, the car when it's totaled. Before you got to find out that it's totaled. How you find out it's totaled? The adjuster come and examines it.
Yes,
the adjuster comes like, okay, boom, 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 and this how much you gonna get. So it's an exit. You have this thing like, okay, you can see that it's total. Like, oh yeah, this car totaled. But before we actually do it, the adjuster has to come out and examine it. And so, you had an exit interview with the person. So, I mean, I would say if I'm getting broken up with, then, like me, I've given space. The last 3 chicks I dated and I've broken up with them, I've given them space to ask me any questions, to clarify anything for them. So when they walk away, they're not walking away with questions and stuff eating at them. Like, I wonder why, blah, blah, blah. We had an exit interview. You can talk. You can say whatever you want to say. I'm not going to get back at you. You can, vent or ask me questions, whatever you want to do. And then we do that. And then we end the conversation. And, we go our separate ways.
What if you don't get that exit? What if you don't get that exit interview? It's just, it's a done.
I mean, like I said, I would say is that's like if I'm getting broken up with, I think that, and even if I'm doing the breaking up, I think that that's something that's healthy and positive for each individual person leaving and going forward. Because I mean, how many of you guys had jobs that, you know, you might have got fired, you might have got let go, or you just didn't get the job. So even if you didn't get the job, you would want to know what happened, like where were my shortcomings, you know, these types of things. So I know with me, so I can like, okay, so like let me shine a light on, let me break this down. Let me ask other people, like, yo, this other employer said that I blah 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 blah. I can go to other people like, yo, you know, what you think about that? And somebody be like, yeah, Alana, yeah, you do be. I mean, I'm your girl, I'm your fam, but you do be doing that though. You're like, oh, word, really? Yeah. Why you didn't tell me before? I mean, Mitch, because you be fighting me, and I don't want to get in the fight. So.
Yeah, and I think Buddy Lee too. That was his response to what is the appropriate response after being broken up with.
Right.
So when you asking that, what if you don't get that? I was like, well, he was administering. He said he made space. He made space. They didn't make the space. He made the space, and the reason why I think that's important to say. I think everybody should do that, but I've done that. That has backfired on me though, like because all but one of them.
Because you trying to get your dick wet. That's why it backfired on you.
Well, it backfired because all but one of them tried to get back with me, like all but one, and I was like, dang, I don't want you to try to get back with me. I was just trying to. We were just talking. You asked me questions about, you know, things that
She's trying to get you wet, but she tried to get your dick wet.
I had a couple of them that got real weird on me. One of them started putting like treats in my mailbox, like started sending me like
this
treats.
Nigga's a dog.
Like, and then she got treats. Yeah, then she started.
French bulldog.
Then she pulled up one time, like did the whole. I forget what movie that was, where the girl came up with just the robe on and nothing underneath. And she pulled up on me one time, and she came to the house.
Damn, Thomas, what you doing spells on these hoes, man? They argue with you and they give you compliments. They don't want to leave you. They just you got that dope dick or something, man. What you doing drugs, cracking that voodoo,
bro? It was weird, man. Like it's funny because you know y'all all know my old roommate Phil. He can validate some of these. Like it was like weird. Like what in the hell? I thought y'all was broke. I thought we was too, but like I don't know what's going on. You know, so that's why I stopped doing the exit interview because I feel like. During the exit interview, like I think Freddie B said he let them ask any questions, gave them space to vent, talk, whatever. But like they want me to respond to some of this stuff. And so I would respond. And I think when you're in a space where people actually are listening, you know what I mean? Like with people, because sometimes you break up, you're not in the space, you're not really listening. But when you're in a space where you're actually listening, and then you take that in a couple of days of just sitting on those answers, like hearing me say them, I think that's what was like bringing the hooks back. Like, oh snap! Like maybe I, like yeah. One of them. I mean, it's kind of weird. All but one. All but one.
What would you about to say? Alana was about to say something earlier.
I got a question though. So, is y'all's technique the same in terms of breaking up when you have to break up a friendship? Like when you done outgrown your homie, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't seeing eye to eye no more. Like. Kicking it ain't the same, you know what I'm saying? Or they just start saying some little slick shit, you know, or whatever. Like, do y'all use the same technique to break up with a friend?
I would say I've only had to break up with a single friend that I can think of. Maybe I have to think harder. Most of my friends I've lost from moving, like away.
To
a different place, or like just time separated us. Like, you know, like my next door neighbor, me and him, we was like real good friends, but like, you know, it was just I went to Tennessee, he stayed in Georgia, you know. So it was like time over time that just you ain't been around. But when we see each other, we're still cool. But I've only had one friend I can think that I've had or wanted to have that breakup type thing with. And it was just like, I think I did the ghosted thing again. I was like, fuck it, I just stopped calling.
Yeah.
Like,
I had to quote unquote break up with a friend, and I chose the ghosting route on that.
Mm-hmm. And how you feel? You feel edified in that choice?
I feel because I'm an over communicator a lot of times, so I really wanted to sit them down and have the conversation. So I always say to myself,
over communicate.
Trust me, I over communicate. Like I can make sure you understand what I'm saying, like in 4 or 5 different ways.
That's a good thing.
I mean, yeah, but you know, for some people, it's like, okay, I get it, you know, like, cause I'll be like, did you do this? Did you understand that? Did you, whatever? And they be like, okay, I got it, you know, so I can over communicate a little bit. But So that part of me like wanted to sit them down and just really have the conversation of this is what you do and this is how it makes me feel and all that kind of shit. But at the time, they were just being so negative. I just had to just remove myself from the situation.
Yeah.
Altogether. So I just kind of start, like you said, just start answering the phone less and less. All of a sudden, girl, let's go here. You know what? I got something I got to do. I can't make it.
And then did you discover anything along the way though? With that,
I discovered that my life got a lot more peaceful.
Well, because of my
you
situation,
take negativity out of it. Yeah, that's
you take a negative. My thing was you kind of discover if you really are friends though.
Yeah,
and what I mean by that is, like in my case, and I think you said something to me back in the day, Alana, that made me think about some stuff that was going on in one of my situations. But it was like, how many times does this person call and say, let's go hang? How many times do you just like, y'all just with, you know what I mean? And you made me think, I was like, dang, you right. Like, yeah, like, are we really even friends in the first place? Because every time they call, they need something.
Yeah, right.
Every time they call, it's a problem or they need something and something going on. And
yeah.
Can I get and I can't believe that nigga is like, damn, wait.
It's always a one-sided, situation. Yeah.
Yeah. So most of my friends, I don't have that issue with, but yeah, that's interesting. That's a good point. They're breaking up with friends. Have you ever had to break up with a friend per se, and you use your same techniques?
No.
Me, nah. I mean, cause shoot, all the niggas I've hung with. People move away, but it's like, with dudes, it's like we can not talk for a month and then we get on the phone and then it's like we pick right back up. You know what I mean? So like some of my friends.
Yeah, I got friends like that,
Yeah,
but I mean like an actual friend that you just want to like end it. Like I just can't hang out with this nigga no more.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Shoot, man. I mean, I've never had that many. I've known a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I think that's it's a distinction.
You have more associates.
Like, yeah. It's people. Because I did a TV show, so I know a lot of people. But as far as friends, like it's like I got like a small few. You know what I'm saying? These are dudes that like they need something. I got them. Like I got my one guy Lester. He hit me. He was like he needed a plane ticket. It wasn't no question. Boom, bought the plane ticket. He was in Tulsa. He needed to go back to Atlanta. He didn't have the money to see. At the time, he had like a little rough spot to go see one of his little shorties, his children, in Atlanta. And he was like, "Yo, I need a little bread." Boom, say less. And it wasn't no conversation. Sent it, and because I had the money, so it wasn't nothing. So that's the type of person I am with my friends, and so up until this point, like all my friends, they reciprocated that. But if it was a situation where it's like, oh, okay, it doesn't serve me anymore. Like I said, I'm the type of person. I say something one time, and you understand it, and then we move forward. Nothing changed. Then I move on, and then I think I probably give a little bit more respect to women in this regard because of relationships, because it's more the ties that bind are more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Than it is. Yeah. Right. Than it is with me and another man. Because then also, like we men and it's logic there. Men are led by logic. So I give more latitude to women in that regard because they're led by feelings. So it's like I'm trying to respect their feelings, and so I'm trying to pay attention to that and take care of that, as opposed to a man. With a man, I'm not saying I'm going to totally devoid his feelings, but it's still that logic there, and still like you got to use that logic. Like I said what I said. And if you disagree, then you need to holler back at me. And if you can't holler back at me, then obviously we're not even friends, because you can't talk back to me like I just talked back, like I just got at you. You can't get back at me, and so then it makes it even more evident that okay, we ain't friends. Then okay, I'm gonna move on, do my other thing. I ain't gonna sit you down like, hey, I ain't gonna be your friend no more. I'm about to break up with you with friendship. I'm like, nah, I'm just doing my thing. And then, eventually it's like, oh, we ain't friends no more. And, I've moved on, he's moved on, and it is what it is.
There's some advice out there for people to break up. You can go and scour the internet and find many experts that talk about breaking up, what to do on the aftermath. But there are very few experts that tell you how to do the breakup. And so of the few experts that were out there, I collected some information. I kind of made a TMF podcast stew of what you should do to break up. First, put yourself in their shoes. Think about how they would feel. But when you get ready to do it in person. Think about where you're going to go, when you're going to be in person. You don't want to be anywhere where they could tear your stuff up if you think you got a violent person, or they can cause bodily harm to you. But do it in person. Number 2, make it quick. Don't belabor the point. Sit there and talk to them for hours and hours and hours and hours. Make it quick. Break up and move on. Number 3, don't contact them after. This is a big one for all y'all who got strings dangling out there, Dr. Butterly, who just want to hold on to people. You know, let them strings go. Don't contact them afterwards. Let them go. Now, for all of y'all who are on the fence, give yourself 24 hours to think about it. If you start thinking about a breakup, before you do it, take a whole day and really think about, you know, how the person's going to handle it. And if you really want to do this for real, put yourself in their shoes, but be prepared when you do it to provide them answers, right? Be prepared to provide them answers to questions they're going to have, because they're going to have questions. Dr. Budley gave a great example of how he answered his girl's questions at P.F. Chang's while he paid for her meal on the last day. It made sense. You know, I get it. Be prepared. And if you don't know what to do, this is a big one. If you don't know what to do, do nothing. If you don't know what to do, do nothing. If you're not 100% certain you want to leave that person, you might not want to leave that person. It may be something you need to work on internally and then come to them with the issue so that y'all can work on it together. But unless you 100% sure you're going to leave them, don't play around with it and float around. And I think Alana gave us an example with one of Robert situations where people come back. I call it the bounce back situations. You know, you get them yelling about something and y'all come back again and y'all yelling about it again. And y'all constantly breaking up, making up. If you're going to do it, be 100%. Don't, because what happens is, if you start doing that situation, it becomes more and more difficult to do it for real if you really want to break up with them down the line, right?
Yep.
So it may come back later. So just remember that. And when you finally broken up with them, it may feel good afterwards, but it will eventually hurt. So be prepared to allow yourself to go through that hurt if it does, because relationships are habit. And habits are hard to break. Now, I got a couple more questions for all of our hosts today, but I do want to take a little bit of a segue here to some old wisdom. I called a friend of mine, older gentleman, he's in his 80s, and I said, "How would you break up?" And this is what he said. He gave me his 7 ways to break up. All right, I want y'all. Let me see if y'all think these are funny. This is 7 ways. Now, one of them we all know. He said, "Stop talking to him. Ghost them." That's what you do. You ghost them. Ghost them. Like the young people say, ghost them. Stop talking to them. Second way, he said, "Tell them it's not you, it's me. I don't deserve you." Or say something along the lines, "I'm not ready." I thought that was funny. Like, so that's what you told a couple girls? I said, "Yeah, I told women it's not you, it's me. I'm just not ready. Put it on me." His third way was, let them catch you doing something that will make them break up with you. I was like cheating? He was like, "Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, touch another girl's butt, something like that." I said, "Damn, this dude's crazy." He said, "Change your physical location." And I asked him, I said, "What does that mean?" He said, "Move." I was like, damn. So
Just pick up and move.
Just pick up and move. Don't even go. Just change your physical location. Get out of there. This one's kind of a steep one, but he said, "Marry someone else. Let them figure it out later." So, like, say, if maybe you was going down a path with one person, but then they find out you ended up got married to somebody else, like, and just let them find out later. I was like, "Damn, that's some cold. Y'all was cold back in the day. Y'all was doing this." He was like, "Yeah,
Right.
Just marry somebody else. Fuck it." Like, and then his last one, which I thought was stupid as a mud, but it's funny. He said, "If they got an allergy, to a pet, get that pet." or cause that allergy to trigger when they come around.
Wow.
Like, if they have an irrational fear of something, you know, keep those things around. And he gave me the example that his daughter has an irrational fear of cats. So, you know, just bring some bunch of cats around, she ain't gonna come. She don't care how much she love you. So that was old school wisdom right there, y'all. What y'all think about those?
I mean, my thing is, if you don't want to be with the person, why go through all that stuff and just go ahead and just get it on over with? I mean,
hey, it's not you, it's me, buddy. It's not you, it's me, man. It's not you. It's me.
I definitely have been willing to play that card. It's not you, it's me.
I have to.
Reset Michelle got a whole song that's called "Blame It on Me." Like, say it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? Say I lied, I cheated, you know, I did whatever. Just get me the fuck out. You can blame it on me.
I love the catch you doing something that will cause you to break up. I was like, I feel like that's been done in the past.
That's the one I was talking about. Mm-hmm. But that's what I was talking about. I'm like, why would you sit up here and do that? Why are you still hanging on to that person? Yeah. If you want to get caught, you should have just went ahead and just ended it and got on up out of there.
This is that stuff old school people told you to do?
This is all this 80-year-old man.
That sounds like some baby boomer stuff. That sound like that's 80s. That's a baby boomer, ain't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might be the worst generation in the history of mankind. The baby boomers. That's why this world is what it is now, because of baby boomers. Hell no.
They said get a pet that they have an allergy to or irrational.
That sound like some baby boomer stuff. Boy.
That was hilarious. And I like Alona's "It's Not You, It's Me." She said she used that one before. It's not you, it's me. You deserve better.
You can blame it on. You can blame whatever the fuck you want to on me. You can just blame me.
Blame me.
Just let me go.
I'm not ready.
Right.
I'm not ready.
Right.
Like they don't even fly no more. That's like people don't make so many jokes about "It's not you, it's me."
It's me. Right. Yeah. You can't use it no more. Really. But
you say that, you like, bitch, I cut you. Cap again. Lie to me again. I promise to God, I'm gonna cut you. Don't play me, nigga. Don't play me. Right. Tell me the truth, man. Like, come on, man. All that stuff you could die over doing that to somebody.
Yeah, marry someone else and let them find out later. That's like,
yeah, right.
But old people used to do that shit though.
They used to do that. That's what he was like. He was giving me all these examples. Like, yeah, well, Charlene did it back, and then my friend Jeff, he did it. It's like, damn.
You can do it. Wasn't on Instagram. You can do it. Like, niggas don't know. It wasn't on Instagram, no Twitter, no Facebook. Niggas just show up with a whole family. Like, what the hell? You mean I've been the side bitch this whole time?
The whole time.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, Shirley, you was a side bitch.
And let them find out later.
What is a side bitch? Quit calling me. What is a side bitch? That's a bitch that was on the side. That's you, Shirley. That's you.
Damn. I can't believe people was actually moving on. He's like, yeah, people just move out their house, change their location. Like, he wouldn't tell nobody.
His baby boomer ass. Man. Don't none of that fly now. Niggas got GPS in their phone. Like, niggas.
Oh, that's true. That's right. They can track you now.
Yeah.
Right.
I forgot. They put the little thing on your phone. Where you at? I know where you at.
All they got to do is send your location to their phone and set it where it never turns off, and you never know it's on. Because I know women who've done that. And your ass is tracked.
Damn. Woo. Well, I had a few more questions, but I guess we can end it there. I don't know if y'all want to add to these questions. Actually, I'm gonna ask you one more because I think this is something I think we kind of answered. But for any of you, has breaking up been a blessing in disguise? Is breaking up really a blessing in disguise?
Hell yeah,
man! It ain't even in disguise. That shit is just out in the open.
Nigga, I broke up with my fiance. Nigga, I saved my life. Nigga, like she was trying to cut me off from all my friends and had me move somewhere else that was wild expensive. And she was like, I'm gonna pay for it. Like, we broke up, nigga, then she would have just bounced and left me sitting at a place paying $3,000 a month for rent by myself. Right. I can't do that. Nigga, that's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
like
crazy.
what Alona said, that's a blessing out in the open. That's a blessing at my front door when I open up and walk out. Blessing. Bam! Freddie, get it, nigga.
Wow. Yeah. Hey, look, it seems we have way too many feelings about how to break up. So send us a message.
I gotta do a Freddie B on that. Way too many feelings.
Hey, yeah. Send us a message. Our handles are in the description. Let us know how you feel about how to break up. And did you like our techniques? Do you like anything we shared? Let us know. We love to hear your feedback. This has been a good one, y'all. I've been here with...
It is your main man, Freddie B, for the one time.
Freddie B, Bisco B. And
it's your girl, Alona Boo.
And you know what to do when you talk to Alona Boo. You know how to break up. So she'll make you take your trash out, change the light bulbs. You better run. You better hurry up. And listen. And who we got down in Tennessee?
And the breakup champ, the good doctor, Dr. Buddy Lee.
Who also paid for PF Chang's on the way out.
Yes, indeed.
Look, I guess I'm the crazy one with my breakups. I'm yours truly, T Staples. And make sure you catch us next time when we have too many feelings. Peace.